It's not changing. It's not.
So
it's
worried.
not changing.
I thought you brought me down here to fire me. I'm so glad.
Don't flipping worry about it.
Announcement. Nothing's happening. Well, things are actually happening.
Yeah.
It is changing. It's
Yeah.
not though. Not in that way.
Not in a permanent
or a significant way.
No. Do not worry. Welcome along, everybody, to our traditional end of year video where we put the willies up anyone. No, we don't do that. Up anyone who watched Vidiots in 2018.
Yeah.
And we just sort of be a bit thankful for all of the things that we accomplished this year and all of you lot out there and any channel news that we might have coming your way, potentially.
Yeah, that's true, Ben.
Thank you, Ashton.
Such a good point.
Yeah.
We've achieved a lot this year.
Yeah.
Like on the numbers front, at least, we've got something that we can quantify.
Yeah.
In that we hit 200,000 subscribers this year.
We did.
And we're quite close to 250,000 subscribers, which is very cool. So thank you so much for subscribing and clicking that bell.
We got our plaque as well.
Ding
Finally.
dong.
We did get our plaque.
Finally got our
nice.
bloody plaque.
Because we realised that we had to ask them for it.
Yeah,
they
we thought it
didn't
just happened.
Send it to us. Yeah.
To be
I
fair,
think they used to do that.
I was going to
just
say
send
to be.
it.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to say to be fair, the Cultaholic lot seemed to think that that's how it worked, and they've had theirs for a little while. So,
I think it's changed now.
Yeah.
we had to apply.
YouTube is changing.
Yes.
We got it, nonetheless.
We did. We also, Peter, don't know
Yeah.
if you know this, we finally got 10,000 Facebook
We
followers.
did.
Yes!
Or likes on the page or whatever it is you have to do on Facebook.
Then there was a brief sort of Hitler-related network issue. Just leave that, no further details.
No context for that.
And Cultaholic and TripleJump got demonetized. I will give the context. They mentioned Hitler in a Cultaholic video for like genuine.
I think it was a headline.
Yeah, it was a headline for an article.
It was. Oh yeah, an article. That was it. Yeah, it was like relevant news. And Facebook was like, no. And you know what? Your sister channel as well. No,
because we know that you're managed by the same account.
Yeah,
Fraser.
So it's Fraser's fault, really.
Yeah, it's exactly Fraser's fault.
Yeah.
And much to Ben's dismay, we launched a TikTok. We managed to get 2,000 followers on TikTok so far. And we're posting more on there now. So hopefully this time next year, we'll have more than 2,000 followers.
You had a couple of big hitting talks as well, didn't we?
Our very first TikTok got like over 100,000 views. Why?
Who knows?
Who knows? We'll never be able to recreate that ever again.
You might be able to well, maybe not intentionally recreate it, but it might happen again.
That's true.
Fingers crossed.
Lightning in the bottle.
That's
who knows?
True.
We raised a flip load of money for charity.
We did.
Yeah.
Courtesy
a lot of money.
All you lot out there. We raised money for the anti-bullying Pro the Diana campaign. Was that this year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Wasn't it for the Game Awards last year?
No,
I think
it was
different
more
one.
recently than that.
Yeah.
Okay. God, it feels
I think
like
it
a
was this
lifetime
year. I went back and I'm pretty sure it was this year.
Okay. Well,
or at least it
maybe
was
it was the
past
Game Awards,
when we filmed the video last year. So since the last video, we've definitely raised that money.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'm not sure about that because I've just done the thumbnail for the Game Awards and it was on there. So we'll see. Either way, though, we did raise a lot of money for various things. Cats protection. We sold a load of flipping shirts as well.
Yeah.
For cats protection, which is amazing. Lots of people bought those, and all the profits went to charity, which was fantastic. Fantastic stuff.
And we also raised quite a lot of money for Planned Parenthood in America after Roe versus Wade was overturned. We wanted to help you over across the pond protect your reproductive rights. So we raised a buttload of money. Well, we say you helped us raise a lot of money for Planned Parenthood. So thank you so much.
And you also helped us raise an even bigger load of money for the Trevor Project, which was a fundraiser we did in memory of Philip J. Reed, who we sadly lost this year. But we did it. It was a charity close to his heart. And I can't believe the amount of money we raised. Over $6,000 for them.
Just goes to show how much he was involved in so many places across the internet and how much he meant to so many people.
Yeah, we had people
as well.
sort of coming in from other parts of
Nintendo Life
not just our
donated
community.
money.
Yeah.
All over the place. People, huge outpouring of love for Philip. Sorry.
I was just going to say, so I did some quick maths
Yeah.
before we started recording based on all of those, that money raised. And that is over $11,000 or just shy of £10,000 that we raised this year to various charities.
That's amazing. Yeah, that's so amazing. I was going to say that I don't know if we want to talk about Philip again, because obviously we did talk about it a lot at the time. But that was a huge moment this year
Yeah.
that really, affected the team. And I think it's, Peter and I were talking about this the other day, actually. I think his passing in a way has brought us all a lot closer together. But it was obviously a truly awful time for the channel, and he's missed every day.
Yeah.
And we've fortunately found some writers that we think are absolutely going to continue his legacy and continue the hard work that he started. And we've still got a ranked script of his and a ranked video of his that will be going out at the big sort of in January, I'd have thought, around that kind of time. And it makes me smile because it's on a subject that he truly despised.
Yeah.
And he hated working on it. So
I've found it quite comforting as well, just like reading his words again, like in the script. It's been a little while now since we lost him, and it's good to know that although it is sad that it's now the last thing of his that we will be recording, it's good to at least feel like, well, this and many other things have been sort of immortalized on the channel. His words are out there, so there'll always be just a little bit of his voice that you can go and hear in a way if you ever need to, which is nice.
Absolutely. I'm not sure if the fundraising page on Tiltify is still open for that fundraiser. They tend to stay open for ages.
Yeah.
However, if you do want to donate to the Trevor Project, that was, as we said, a charity that was close to Philip's heart, and we will always miss him.
Yeah.
So that's not the only thing that happened this year. Fortunately, we had lots of really high spots as well. And speaking of high spots, one of them involved wrestling. That's a wrestling term.
Yes.
High spots.
Is it?
Yes, it is.
Well,
we
would know that.
It was very clever.
Because we learn all about
wrestling from HT Drake of Northern Grifter.
Grifter.
Let us come into his very nice studio, gym. What's the word?
It's like a gym workout
training school,
area,
wrestling school.
Wrestling school.
Wrestling school, that's the correct. And taught us how to wrestle for the return of Prove It. And that was great fun, and you guys really enjoyed that video, so thank you so much for watching that. And we also recently released the second episode of Prove It this year with NQ64, where we, obviously being the pro bartenders, we went and made some cocktails with them. And again, thank you to them for letting us come and use their bar and their alcohol and their staff. It was it was great. So thank you guys so much for watching those and enjoying them. Hopefully more of those in the coming few months / year. It takes a little bit more time to film those because they take a little bit more work, but hopefully more to come very soon.
Yes, and go and watch them and share them around. And thank
do.
you to everyone who let us come and mess around in their professional environment.
Hopefully we'll find more places that we can go and mess around in 2023.
Fingers crossed.
There's been a lot more happening on the channel though as well, not just out and about, but here in the office. We have started our Patreon only After Dark podcast.
God, was that this year as well? Feels like that's been going for longer than this year.
No, this year. Because we've not on episode 52 yet. Which
not
would be
yet.
like
Well,
years.
we just is it
fortnightly
fortnightly? So
though.
it would be episode 24. No.
I don't know, actually.
I don't know.
Maybe we have been doing it for a year and a half.
We could have been.
Who knows? I sent this to you beforehand, and it wasn't.
And we all looked at it.
We all looked.
checked
We
it.
all said it was fine. I'm
we're
just
all
now that
like-
I'm thinking
Well,
about it, that doesn't sound right.
We've made
but
a bunch of episodes of After Dark.
Made a
that are
load more
available
of them.
on
We
Patreon.
have.
So if you do fancy listening or watching more of us, you can make sure to subscribe at a certain Patreon tier, and you can catch up on all the episodes.
I also talk to myself all the time. My house right now is currently like a TV set where I walk into a room and I'm like, "Oh, guys, isn't this crazy? I've just
do
cooked."
that?
Yeah.
You really do. You live life like you're on a sitcom.
Do you hear the applause as you enter the room?
I live my entire life like I'm on a TV show. I have done this
That
ever
is-
since I was a kid.
that
She
is
has made
fascinating.
playlists.
I
Did you
have.
see her on Twitter
That-
recently?
no.
I have currently made two playlists. One is called "The TV Show in Your Head is Having a Bad Episode," and the other one is called "The TV Show in Your Head is Having a Good Episode."
Okay.
So if the TV show, the story in my head has reached a sad moment, I'll put the sad playlist on.
Yes,
So
Hey.
make sure you do that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
We also did. We started the 101 games series that has done really well. You guys seem to really like that. 101 games everyone should play, and the 101 worst games of all time. We've got more in the works, so make sure you watch them and tell us which ones you'd like to see next.
Yeah.
We've got seasonal Worst Games happening now as well. So Worst Games remains a regular show, of course, Worst Games Ever. It's fortnightly, but we are also gradually releasing big 6-month chunks, and we've done 2 of those now. And by the time this, I don't know, probably no, not a third one until next year.
Not yet.
But that's a new thing, and hopefully you're all enjoying that.
Yeah, and in his personal life, outside of work, Peter got married this year.
Oh, yeah.
He become a husband.
He become a husband.
What? Uh-oh.
Look at it. There's a ring on it.
She liked it.
So she put a ring on it.
Can't get it to really glimmer and sort of there.
6 months of being married now, ish.
6 months? Well, yeah, nearly. Yeah. So that's it's been very nice. I'm very happy.
Good.
Excellent.
I would
Great
recommend marriage. It was a good day.
It was a great day.
Yeah.
I had a
It was
lovely
a lot of
time.
fun.
And you met Michael Johnson.
I
as well.
did, yeah, I did do that this year, and we had a fight outside of Peter's wedding. I was looking at, for a photo the other day from your wedding, and I scrolled past the actual professional photographer photos of me and Mikey outside having a fight
Through a window.
Through a
It's
window
like
upstairs.
paparazzi.
Like Mikey and Ashton having a fight at Peter's wedding, and it made me laugh again. So he's a nice man, but he will never be as good as me.
Well, one of the ways you helped me pay for my wedding was via Cameo, right, Ben?
That is true.
Yes, absolutely. We're all on Cameo. That launched this year. A lot of you have requested personalised video messages from the 4 of us, including James Jenkins. So thank you so much for that. You can go to triplejut.mp/cameo to find out more information if you want to get yourself a Cameo. But thank you to everybody who has bought a Cameo from us.
Yes.
And also thank you to everybody who sent us tat in the tat appeal.
Yes.
This was our biggest tat appeal ever.
Yeah.
It was unprecedented. It always is, but this year it was even unprecedented.
Yes.
And we obviously haven't put stuff up just yet. That'll happen in the new year when we're back in the office. But
I've barely recovered since we filmed it.
Yeah.
It's been like a week now since we filmed the video, and I still have to take a bus fan every day. I don't think I've recovered yet from the tap appeal. But it was great, and we're very thankful that you guys sent everything in. We know that obviously this time of year is very difficult at the moment for a lot of people. So thank you so much for putting a little bit aside for us. We really appreciate it. It made us feel very loved. So thank you so much.
That's right.
And full as well.
I'm full.
Yeah.
A little bit sick.
Yeah, slightly
A
sick.
little bit sick.
But we couldn't have done any of those things without our fantastic team. So I personally would like to thank our editors. We've got James and Kieran, who've been looking after a bunch of the other editors. It used to be my job, and now they've stepped in and are doing it much better than I ever did. So thanks to James and Kieran, not just for looking after the rest of the team, but also for being good editors in and of themselves. Kieran's doing Weirdest Games Ever, James is doing Worst Games Ever. But thank you also to Alex, our other in-house editor. He's been with us a long time now and is a wonderful man, very reliable, and does main menu.
He does, and he has to stop himself from going overboard with main menu because the man is insane.
Well, on the last episode, there were loads of comments about how well it was edited.
Yeah.
So
That's
he's
all Alex.
clearly doing a good job. And then we've also got our freelancers. So we've got Leon and Leonard, Anthony, Charlie, and Lewis. They're all very valuable members of the team. We couldn't have all the lists that we have without them. So thank you to all of them.
Yeah.
And also, Andrew from Cultaholic did do one edit for us this year
He did,
in
yeah.
January.
Yeah.
So, or maybe he's done 2, but he certainly did at least 1. So thank you,
Technically
Andrew.
it counts.
Yes.
Thank you. I would like to thank the writers, particularly Kat, who is our full-time staff writer, writes a lot of the top 10 lists, including the 101 videos that you all love, and also the top 10 best and worst of each year lists. Those are all written by Kat. And Kat has really stepped up in the wake of Philip's passing as well, and assumed his position in terms of looking after our fleet of freelance writers as well. So a huge congratulations to Kat, and also thank you to her as well. We wouldn't be able to do any of what we do without her either. And speaking of the freelance writers, and I've got them written down here because there's so many of them who have worked with us this year, and we want to thank them all. Simon, who's been with us for a good long time. Jacob, who's been with us for a good long time and has just switched over to writing for Cultaholic as well. So thank you, Jacob. We would like to welcome Travis, Elizabeth, Annika, and Neil. I've actually had to look up the pronunciation of that because on the internet it said Nile. which I didn't feel was right. But
That's
apparently it is Neil.
The guy from One Direction, Niall, spells his name.
Oh, well, see, it could be either then. Neil or Niall.
That's from when you communicate via email with them.
Yeah, you just don't know. I think it's Neil. And I'd like to thank Molly and Tyler for writing for us this year as well. And of course, Philip, who wrote prolifically up until his passing earlier this year. So thank you to our writers.
We'd also like to thank our wonderful mods on Discord and our stream mods that keeping everyone in check, making sure no one's being naughty. And as I say on the podcast, if they tell you to do something, bloody well, do it.
Don't care if they say jump off a cliff or whatever, just do
whatever
what
they say. It is the rules.
Yeah.
On Discord, I want to say thank you to Jack, Joe, Tori, and Hollow Eyes, and our wonderful stream mods, Lord Botovich, Trailing Badger, and Mr. Black.
Yes.
We could not do it without you. We cannot corral anything outside of what is going on in our own brains. So thank you for monitoring chat and Discord and making sure everyone's being lovely to each other and friendly. Yes, we appreciate it.
100%.
Big thank you to Rich, our merch man. We've done a lot of merch this year. I've been really happy with our merch crop this year. It's been very good. We've just recently released a bit of Prisms merch as well, and logos and stuff, logo merch. So thank you very much to Rich for facilitating that. And also thank you to Fraser for looking after all sorts of social media for us. And helping us, kind of keep the community alive by posting things like Twitch stream highlights of the week and bits of news and all sorts of silliness and non-silly information as well.
This is true.
Yep. I'd also like to quickly thank everybody who submitted music to us, art. People who either submitted art to be used on merchandise or just for fun. It's all amazing, and we really love looking at it and receiving it on social media and various other places as well. So thank you to everyone who sent us stuff this year that we've been able to use or look at or listen to.
Yes.
And finally,
we
would like to thank Adam Pacitti,
Yes.
our boss, who oversees everything going on at Cultaholic and TripleJump. Peter and I run the day-to-day at TripleJump, but we don't have to deal with pay slips and the admin of running a company, which is, quite frankly, if we had to do that as well, you wouldn't see us on camera.
No.
So the fact that Adam deals with all that is, and offers a great guiding hand as well when we've got questions about how to deal with Ashton bringing knives to work every day.
Yeah.
We keep saying she can't, and she does, so we have to talk to Adam about it.
What are you going to do? Take them off me? You have to get past the knife first.
That is what we ended up doing.
Yeah.
But we wouldn't have been able to do that without Adam's guidance.
The metal detector on the door is unnecessary, I would say. But...
Well, you started printing your own knives.
It's what the health and safety consultant told us to do. They were very expensive by the hour, so...
Thank you to Adam.
Thanks.
And thank you to all of you as well for supporting us. Thank you to our patrons. Thank you to our Twitch subs. Thank you to our podcast listeners. Thank you to everybody who's watched and engaged with our stuff this year. We have one thing to ask of you going into next year, and that's to share us. Share us with your friends. Share us with your family.
If that's all right.
Yeah, if that's okay, because YouTube's algorithm's being a real dick currently. Yeah, I'm calling YouTube a dick.
That's not going to help, is it?
Screw you, YouTube. And for some reason, a lot of our content isn't performing as well as it should do or was, like literally a month and a half ago. So we're sticking with the course, and things will improve, but you can really help by sharing us around and showing YouTube or whatever robot god is in charge there that actually, people want to watch TripleJump videos, we should show those to people in their recommended and things. So share us around. Please, please, please.
Please do.
But
what, Ben?
TripleJump is changing.
It is changing.
Just a little tiny weeny bit.
A tiny weeny bit, and it's because of those slight dip in views in regular shows. We're having to reprioritize certain things over others. We're a business. That is how this works. It does mean, though, that's it. Rules Boss has died.
Oh, Rules Boss. Rules Boss has died.
Rules Boss has died.
Don't worry, Rules Boss has not died.
No.
Rules Boss is continuing to. He's gone to work on a farm.
Yeah.
Up north.
farm.
EI cock.
Yeah. He's having a great time. Don't worry, he's not died. But we probably won't be doing as many challenges, and therefore won't need to ring him up anymore or her for contact for help and assistance. So you won't be seeing Rules Boss for the foreseeable, unless perhaps there's some kind of, reason that we do need to call Rules Boss at some point. But the show itself is being retired.
Yeah. It's being put on the shelf for now. You may still see Rules Boss from time to time, potentially in sponsored content. And thank you very much to all our sponsors and brand deal partners from this year as well. That kind of stuff really, really helps the channel. And thank you to all of you for engaging with those videos as well. But yes, unfortunately, Rules Boss has taken a leave of absence. We'll maybe see him again in the future. But until then, please share our stuff around and watch all the things that you're interested in. Shout about it, support it if you're in a position to do so. It means a lot. There's something else that's changing as well, though.
Yes, just a little something. You guys know the show Quipscope, right? You guys know it?
Yeah, I know.
We do little reviews about some things. Well, we're not doing that anymore. We are going to smash a Quipscope in with a podcast whenever we get a brand new game that's come out. Chat about it on the podcast, show a little bit of footage on the podcast video, and just kind of meld the two together in one harmonious mix of fun and content. So if you do miss Quipscope at some point in the next couple months, why not head into the podcast?
Yeah, why not listen to the podcast?
And have a look there, because that's where it's going to be.
Review Corner. We've already
Corner.
sort of softly introduced it already, but it will be coming in officially in the new year. It will all be Review Corner, no Quipscopes anymore.
Yeah.
As you say, Ben, just trying to bring up that average view count on our videos.
It all helps, and if you end up watching the video version of the podcast, like many of you do, it will basically be a Quipscope. The footage will be there. So that's how you can consume that if you wish. But there's just little changes, little adaptations that we're having to do to move with the times. The view count will improve. We know it will. And it's not catastrophic, to be clear.
No.
It's just taken a slight dip, which is why we're having to change course ever so slightly on a few things.
And we'll still be covering new games on our streams and things. If a new game comes out that we're all very excited about, we'll be playing it all the same. So you'll still be getting fresh and up-to-date video game news and coverage of games on this channel, just in a slightly different way.
All this is to say that despite it being, for many reasons, a very tough year, we go into 2023 with TripleJump in excellent shape, and it's because of you.
Yeah.
And thank you from the bottom of our hearts for letting us do this. It's a privilege to do it for you, and we will continue to strive to match the expectations that we've set for you. And we hope you continue to enjoy and support what we put out there. Thank you. That's it. That's all I've got to say. Thank you.
Yes, what Ben said.
Right, yeah. I was going to let you go next, Ashton.
I was going to say thank you as well, but there was a bit of a pause and I just thought...
Who's
thank
next?
you. Ashton,
next?
What do you want to say?
I would like to say... how would I best put this? Thank you
Oh, well,
for
that's
supporting
good.
us.
She stole what I said.
Those
said
two
it
words,
first.
thank you, that's a bit rude.
Get a thesaurus.
Okay, I won't say thank
Appreciate you.
you. Yeah, I would like
Still said you.
to.
Appreciate thou.
I would like to offer gratitude to thee for keeping this channel alive, not just alive, but thriving, and showing your support via Patreon, via the comment section, via social media, by sending in nice things, all of that stuff. It is humbling to be in this job and in this position. And it's probably even more humbling, I would say now, Ben, to have a big team underneath us, having started as just two, and to even have a whole new presenter here.
An entire presenter.
Because you've been here over a year now, haven't you?
Over a
Ashton? You had your
year,
anniversary.
I did.
So it's wonderful. And we literally couldn't do it without you. It would be pointless to do it without such a wonderful audience and community. So,
100%. Well, we're going to bugger off now. I believe when we're recording this, thinking ahead to when it's scheduled, I believe New Year's Eve is just around the corner.
Oh,
should be.
you've had a wonderful Christmas.
Yeah.
Now it's time to bring in the new year with maybe watching a really cool list that your favourite channel has put out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's all
Absolutely.
right.
We've still got some content going out before we're back in the office full time the first few days of January, including a massive ranked list. I think it's one of the best things that Philip's ever written.
Yeah.
So go and watch it. and show your support. And also thank you to Kat for finishing it off, because tragically, as you know, was the case with when Philip passed away, he didn't get to finish it. And Kat did a wonderful job of sort of seeing it over the line. So go and watch that video, and we will see you in about a week's time.
Yeah.
Live again. Goodbye, everybody. Happy New Year. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.